So if we look at prime 1, all you have to do is add one number to the previous number. So this is 0, adding plus 1 is 1. 11 plus 1 is 12, so that means we start over at 0. 12 and 0 are basically the same thing. So 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 11. 9 plus 1 is 10, right? 6, 7, 3, 4, 8, 3, 6, 5, 2. Bam, there's your first transposition. Okay? And then, again, all we have to do, find P2, all right, and then add 1 to everything. So once we get to 0, we start over at 1. All right, and then 10, 11 plus 1 is 0, so that's already set. 11, 8, 5, 9, 4, 7, 6, 3. So it's pretty easy. It's a pretty nice way to do it. So 0, that's going to be 1. And then here again, 11 plus 1 is going to be 12 and or 0. So 12 equals 0 in this case. We have 9, 6, 10, 5, 8, 7, 4. And then we just go to the next row. So here's our 4. And we just do, right? So it's going to be 3, 12 or 0, 2, 1, 10, 7, 11, 6. So it's kind of like doing Sudoku. 9, 8, 5. If you like Sudoku, serialism is for you. So I'm going to quickly fill out the rest of this matrix. I think you guys get the idea of what to do. And then in a minute, we'll start applying this as analysis. Okay, so here I have my completed matrix, and these two matrices completely correspond to each other. Let's see, let's smash them both in. So it's just a matter of whether you call the pitch, if you call it a number, or if you call it an actual pitch. So, and either works, and either you can use for analysis, but you can see they line up exactly. R0, R1, R4, R2, R3, etc., etc. And then here's the retrograde inversion. So this one just gives you the actual pitches, and this one gives you a number that represents the pitches. So now we're going to take this matrix and dig into an actual piece of music and see how, what rows. So basically, depending on the order of the pitches, we look for 12 pitches in a row that are in a particular order, right? So if we see a bunch of pitches that are C, B, G sharp, A sharp, A, F sharp, D sharp, G, D, F, E, C sharp. If we see this, we're going to say that this is prime row 6. So we just kind of, take that little spot and say, all right, these pitches, 0 through 11, P6, right, prime 6. Say he used this row for his composition. And then if we find another one that's in A sharp, G, F sharp, A, E, G sharp, in this order, and that's the key, it's got to be in this order, then we'll say that this one is retrograde inversion 5. Okay? So now let's look at this piece. And the book does something just really awful and confusing, and I'm sorry. So it's important to, if you look back here, so this is, they divide it into two different systems, okay? The first system is the actual class of the pitch. So this refers to exactly what we did here, which is apply F sharp 0, all right? F natural gets 11 up here, right? And then D is going to be 8, etc. So this is according to chromatic scale. And then they do the same thing, and they give you 0 through 11, right? And this is literally the order of the pitches, so which order they come in. So don't let this confuse you. I'm very sorry. It's something that the book did, and I personally hate it, but I don't know another way to do it. So I'm going to be, to show the actual pitch class, I'm going to be using orange when we do our analysis. And then the order will be in green. So just keep that in mind. And I like to use different colors personally. Okay, so then the book did something even more egregious that I have honestly never ever seen before. And that is, within this pitch class set, they actually transposed the order as well. And I hate this. I've never seen another book do this, because this completely screws up this number matrix. And it's so stupid. So ignore this. Just ignore it. Pretend it never happened. These pitches in any other book, in any other analysis, would be written as, ready for it? 1, okay, 4, 5, 2, 7, sorry, and I'm doing this in green when I said I would do this in orange. So this is 1, 4, 5, 2, 7, 3, 6, 9, 10, 8, 11, and 0. All right? They transposed it to the numbers for some reason, and it's like egregious. I don't know why they did it. It's the worst thing ever. So don't let that confuse you. This is the retrograde number right here. All right? You can see it totally works with our matrix right here. So if we look at our first row, right here, actually here. The very first row, there, we get 0, 11, 8, 10, 9, 6, 3, 7, 2, 5, 4, 1, or on top, right? F sharp, F natural, D, E, D sharp, E flat, same thing. C, A, C sharp, G sharp, B, A sharp, B flat, G natural. All right, now if we go in the reverse order, the retrograde, notice it goes 1, pencil will be easier. It's going to go 1, 4, 5, so it's just a reverse. 2, 7, 3, and then 6, 9, 10, 8, 11, 0. Just like that. Okay, so this is just this written out in musical sense. Same with this. So if we look here, again, it's just G, A sharp, B flat, right? B natural, G sharp, C sharp, A, C natural, right? And then we reverse it. D sharp, E flat, E natural, D, F natural, F sharp. Okay? So that's all they're doing is writing this out in order of what it would be. So 0, 1. So this is the order of the notes. Literally which note comes first, which note comes last. Okay? So keep that in mind. And then they also did, when they showed the transpositions, they did it again. And they transposed these pitch classes again for no good reason. So ignore it. Ignore it, ignore, ignore, ignore. Put these in their original prime transposition. Okay? It's like just awful. So this should be 0, right? And then F natural is 11. So we've got 0, 1, 2, okay? And actually what you can do is just go through now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember octaves? 8. Octaves don't matter, so this D sharp could be up here or it could be down here. It's still going to be a 9. It's still going to be a D sharp pitch class. And then 10, finally 11. So these are the proper numbers. Ignore what the book put in. So this is the inverted series, and you can see and this is the inversion for I2, so it should line up with this one right here. And if you look, it lines up perfectly, right? So we've got 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 8, 11, 7, 0, 9, 10, and 1. And then again, because they screwed it up, you need to get rid of this retrograde inversion pitch class set where they transposed it. You don't want to transpose it. Trust me, it's going to screw everything up. So again, find your F sharp, which is the same as G flat. I don't know why they suddenly decided to call it G flat, but whatever. So this book sometimes does not make any sense at all. So this is your 0, okay? And then you find G natural, 1, A flat, whatever reason, or G sharp, 2. All right. 3 is going to be A natural, 4 is B flat, B natural, right? And then 6, C natural, D flat or C sharp, same thing, it's going to be 7, D natural is 8, and then E flat, 9, E natural 10, and then finally F natural 11. Okay, so if we look at this properly, not only should this work for the inversion 2, right, so we work this way. Now if we go retrograde inversion 2, which is what they're showing right here, this pitch set should work out too. So 1, 10, 9, 0, 7, 11, 8, 5, 4, 6, 3, and finally 2. So you can see how this matrix works. And all they're doing is, and then this is the order of the notes, 1 through 11. So then we can segment this series, and so now they're looking at the prime row here, and they do have it in the proper order. And so what you'll see is little trichords. Okay, so this is going to be the first trichord, so B, 0, 11, 8.